friends, my name is Raghu, a physical science teacher. In this video, I am going to explain how to prepare chemical equation for board exam point of view. So coming to the chemical equation, what is a chemical equation? Chemical equation is the symbolic representation of a chemical change. In the chemical reaction, we are going to be represent the reactants on the left hand side and the products on the right hand side. So we are indicating the change of the chemical reaction by using the arrow mark. Is it clear, children? So a chemical reaction is a symbolic representation of a chemical change in which we are writing reactants on left hand side and products on right hand side. We are using an arrow mark to represent the direction of the chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, arrow mark will represent direction of the chemical chain. Is it clear, children? So coming to the definition of the reactants, the substances which are involved in the chemical reaction, that substances are called chemical reactants, or the substances which are undergoes change in the chemical reaction. Such kind of substances are called reactants. Coming to the product, so the newly formed substances after the completion of chemical reaction, those are called products. Is it clear, children? So in this lesson we have 3 activities. We are doing this activity to observe the changes in the chemical reaction. Coming to the activity 1, we are going to be observe the heat evolved in the chemical reaction. Is it clear, children? So in the activity 1, we are going to be observed heat energy may be evolved. Is it clear? So to do that activity, I had taken a conical flask. In that conical flask, I pour some water. Then after, I added a pinch of calcium oxide. So when you add the calcium oxide to the water, calcium hydroxide is formed, which is the exothermic chemical reaction. If you touch the beaker, then you will sense the heat. Is it clear, children? Is it clear? So since it is the exothermic reaction, so you are going to be observe the heat evolved in the chemical reaction. So the chemical reaction in which the heat energy is liberated, such kind of chemical reactions are called exothermic chemical reaction. Is it clear? And coming to the calcium oxide, another name of the calcium oxide is quicklime. Coming to the calcium hydroxide, another name of the calcium hydroxide is claked lime. You should remember that these 2 names are very important in bit paper also. Coming to the calcium carbonate, another name of the calcium carbonate is marble or limestone. This one also very important for the bit paper. Now in the second activity, we are going to be observed, we may be during the chemical reaction, a precipitate may be formed. Is it clear? So what is precipitate? It is the insoluble solid substance which left down after the chemical reaction, that is called precipitate. An insoluble solid substance which left down after the chemical reaction, that is called precipitate. We are going to be represent the precipitate by using a downward arrow. So the downward arrow is representing for the precipitate, and for the exothermic reaction we are going to be use plus Q. So Q is representing for the heat energy is evolved. If it is plus Q, then the heat energy will be released. If it is minus Q, the heat energy is observed. Such kind of chemical reactions are called endothermic chemical reactions. Later we will discuss here. And coming to the formation of the precipitate, so here I had taken 100 ml of aqueous solution of barium chloride and 100 ml of aqueous solution of sodium sulfate. Now I mixed both them in the quantity of 10 ml. After the chemical reaction, you might be get barium sulfate as the precipitate. Is it clear, children? So this precipitate will be settled down. So because of that reason, we are going to be use downward arrow to represent the precipitate formation. So by doing this activity, we are going to be observe that the precipitate is going to be maybe formed in the chemical reaction. Coming to the third one, and in the third activity we are going to be discuss gas may be evolved in the chemical reaction. So to do that, I had taken the conical flask. In that conical flask, I pour some amount of diluted HCl. To that HCl, I added some zinc granule. After that, after the chemical reaction, gas will be evolved. That gas is hydrogen. If at all you place a burning matchstick in the presence of the hydrogen gas, you will get pop sound with put off the flame. Is it clear? So hydrogen gas have the nature, it will give pop sound and put off the burning matchstick. Is it clear, children? So burning matchstick will be put off with pop sound. This is the identification of hydrogen gas. Is it clear, children? So by conducting these three activities in the chemical reaction, heat energy may be released or heat energy may be observed. This is the first condition. This is the first point which we observed. Coming to the second condition, coming to the second activity, we observed that precipitate may be formed. Coming to the third activity, we observe that gas may be evolved. So these are the changes which are going to be involved in the chemical reaction, which we observed by conducting or observing these three activities. See, for the exam point of view, you might be get these activities for 4 marks. You maybe have the chance to get these questions for 4 marks. Clear, children? And coming to the second topic, balancing the chemical equation. This is very, very important in this lesson. Balancing the chemical equation, I divided into 2 types. First one is forced test method. Second one is trial and error method. Coming to the forced test method, here we are doing balancing the chemical equation by using forced test method. In the first step, we are going to be write the skeleton equation. What is skeleton equation? An unbalanced chemical equation is called skeleton equation. Is it clear, children? Now, after completion of the first step, in the second step, I am going to be compare the number of atoms present in the reactant side and product side. In the third step, I am going to be use formula unit to balance the any compound. By doing the successive steps, I am going to be get the balanced chemical equation. In the fourth step, again I am going to be compare the number of atoms present in the reactant side and product side. If it is the balanced chemical equation, then after I will express the chemical equation in simple whole number ratio. This is which we are doing in the fourth step. For this, in the next video, I am going to be upload in detail how to make the chemical equation balance in forced test method. Coming to the trial and error method. Trial and error method. This is the direct method which you are going to be use. Is it clear, children? In order to get the forced test method also, generally you people are going to be use this direct method or trial and error method. In the exam point of view, this forced test method is going to be asked for 4 marks, and this direct method or trial and error method is going to be asked for 1 mark or 2 marks or 4 marks. If 4 marks, for 4 marks you will get 4 number of equations. And coming to this question, why should we balance the chemical equation? Why should we balance the chemical equation? According to the law of conservation of mass, atoms neither be created nor be destroyed in the chemical reaction. See, for example, if 100 number of atoms are going to be participate in the chemical reaction, after the chemical reaction, same 100 number of atoms will be formed. More than that will not be formed, or less than that it should not be formed. Is it clear? So before the chemical reaction, after the chemical reaction, the number of atoms will be same. So to obey this law of conservation of mass, we are going to be balance the chemical equation. This is very, very important question. Why should we balance the chemical equation? According to the law of conservation of mass, atoms neither be created nor be destroyed in the chemical reaction. So to obey the law of conservation of mass, we are going to be balance the chemical equation. This is 2 marks question, children. And coming to the next topic, making the chemical equation more informative. This one also you will get in the exam for 4 marks. Is it clear, children? So here you should remember 4 side headings and 4 equations. That is the main thing. So by doing some decoration, and we are going to be make the chemical equation more informative. Is it clear, children? Understood? So coming to the first step, I am going to be express the physical state of the substances. Either it may be reactant or product. See, if it is a solid substance, I will for solid substance I will use the symbol S. If it is a liquid substance, I will use L. If it is a gaseous substance, I will use G. If it is aqueous substance, I will represent with AQ. So by expressing the physical states of the reactants and products, I will make the chemical equation more informative. Here you have one example. Coming to the second step, expressing the heat exchange. See, if it is the exothermic reaction, you should express with plus Q on the product side. Clear, children? If it is the exothermic reaction, you should write minus Q on the product side. So by using these two things, nothing but plus Q or minus Q, I am going to be observe the chemical reaction. Either it may be the exothermic or endothermic by observing this equation. Clear? Coming to the third step, expression of gas evolved. Already I explained in the gas evolving activity. If the gas is evolved in the chemical reaction, you should use the upward arrow. Is it clear? The upward arrow is representing for escaping nature. Is it clear? Gas have escaping nature due to its less density. Clear? So that's why we are using upward arrow for evolving gas. So you should remember this equation. Don't forget to write the equation. You should write the equation. Then only you will get 4 marks. Coming to the expressing the physical state. Expressing the physical state of precipitate or formation of precipitate. So for that, even you can write this example or this example, but you should represent a downward arrow to the precipitate. Why? Because precipitate will be collected at the bottom of the beaker. So that's why you should represent with downward arrow. Next, coming to the next, and remember, children, this is 4 marks topic. 4 marks question. Coming to the next topic, in your textbook you have around 6 points for this interpreting the balanced chemical equation. You should understand the question properly. Interpreting the balanced chemical equation is nothing but what extra information you are going to be get by using the balanced chemical equation. Is it clear, children? So if at all you go through the mole concept or mole concept problem, you are able to write the answer very simple. Clear? So by using the mole concept, we are going to be form mass volume relationship, mass relationship, volume relationship. So like that we are going to be get the relations. Is it clear? So this question and these questions are not same, children. Don't get confused. This making the chemical equation more informative means we are highlighting the chemical equation. Coming to the interpreting a balanced chemical equation, in this question we are going to be write what extra information we are getting from the balanced chemical equation. That you should remember. And coming to the numericals, already I did mole concept and chemical equation playlist in my YouTube channel. Once go through that. Here I classified numericals into 2 types. First one is type 1, second one is type 2. In the type 1, you will get the direct problem. Coming to the type 2, here the problem is involved in the limiting agent concept. What is limiting agent? The reactant which is less in quantity. That is called limiting agent. By using the limiting agent, we are going to be control the output. Is it clear, children? The substance which is less in quantity, that is called limiting agent. So here you have 2 types. In my playlist already I explained the type 1, type 2 problems. Once go through that. Coming to some definition. What is chemical equation? Already I explained the chemical equation, reactants, product, precipitate, balanced chemical equation. What is balanced chemical equation? The equation in which both reactants side, product side atoms are same. Such equation is called balanced chemical equation. Coming to the skeleton equation or primary equation. Primary equation is also called as skeleton equation. This point you should remember, children. What is skeleton equation? Unbalanced chemical equation is called skeleton equation. This question is very, very important for 1 mark. In order to confuse the children, in order to confuse you, he will ask the question like this also. What is primary equation? Primary equation or skeleton equation, both are same. Don't get confused. And coming to the differences, reactants and products. Already I explained. Physical change and chemical change. The change which is temporary, such kind of change is called physical change. Coming to the chemical change, the change which is permanent, such kind of change is called chemical change. And coming to the physical change is the reversible process, and chemical change is irreversible process. In many equations, in some equations you will get the reversible process also. Majority of the percentage you should consider chemical equation as the irreversible process. Coming to the exothermic and exothermic reaction, the reaction in which heat energy is liberated, that is called exothermic reaction. And coming to the endothermic reaction, the reaction in which heat energy is absorbed, that is called endothermic reaction. So based upon the marks, you need to elaborate the concept. Clear, children? In my point of view, the important topic in this lesson are balancing the chemical equation, and I will give second important for numericals. Then after, third important to the making the chemical equation more informative. Fourth important to the interpreting the balanced chemical equation. Then after, you should go through the definitions of 1 mark as well as 2 marks. If you like my video, please share it to your friends, subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.